Oh, it's so
nice.
good. Where it's like they still care about the culture, so it's still going to be passed on. Or as earlier was said, from generation to generation. Right?
Japan does a really good job of like preserving these cultural artifacts, including enka, right?
今日は北島三郎さんの祭り聞いてみるよ。
Let's find out! Let's find out! Go.
こんにちは、全人類と友達になる男、僕がミスター富士です。そしてバーディー
花で
そうです。
アーロンです。
Yeah! Good intro.
すごいですね。グッドジョブ。
今日のテーマは北島三郎さんの祭りを聞いてみよう。
Wait, what are we getting into this time?
北島三郎さんっていう演歌のレジェンドがいるのよ。
レジェンドね。
そう、
はい
演歌聞いたことある？
What is that? What is enka?
演歌っていうのは、ちょっと前の日本で主流だった歌の歌い方のことを言うんだけど、ちょっと正直恥ずかしいけど、僕もあんまり知らなくて、この北島三郎さんの祭りっていう人気で有名な曲を実は聞いたことなくて、今日初めて一緒に聴きます。
はい。
祭りの気分で
それ多分日本の祭りじゃないよ。それでは聴いていきたいと思います。
放送600回を迎える運びとなりました。これもひとえに歌を愛し番組を愛し続けてくださった皆様のおかげにございます。
ちょっとごめんやけど、服すごくない？
ね。
侍だけど、こうスーツやねん。
ね。
そうそう。
まあネクタイつけてる。
そうそうそう。腕もスーツの長いやん。けど、ここがなんか日本の伝統的ななんか。
Everyone doesn't dress like this?
Are you serious?
I wish they did.
So if I went to Shibuya right now, no one would be dressed like this.
No, everyone would be dressed like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
誰か止めてくれ。
Nice. Perfect. Perfect. 完璧的完。
感謝を申し上げます。そして私たち歌手一同はこれからも心ある魂のある歌を歌い続けてまいります。どうぞ皆様方 NHK 歌謡コンサート今後とも隅から隅までずるずるとお願いしますだ。
ナイス。
ナイス。
あれが北島三郎さん。おにぎりします。お願いしますな。
今夜の舞台、まずは北島三郎さんに飾っていただきます。祭り。
It's a little bit jazzy, no?
確かに。
Do they have a freaking like lead guitar in the back? Is this a lead guitar? No, in the back? でしょ？ギター。すげえ。So much vitality in this book.
そうでしょう。
You know,
How do you do that? How do you do that?
I can. This is kind of like, imagine if Rocky was Japanese and he was like running up the steps in Kyoto or something like that.
Yeah.
At the same time, like.
Dude, you're right. Oh my god, you're so right.
ありがとう。Right?
Dude,
確かにその自分の気持ちを奮い立たせてくれる感じする。
This is not what I was expecting at all. This is way cooler than I was expecting.
Oh yeah.
Mostly because I had this image of this guy being like, I love enka. I'm like, yeah, right, bro. You know. Come on.
It's a great art style.
Yeah, I did not expect this. Very cool, very cool.
多分海外も一緒かなって思うんだけど、本当に歌の上手い歌手って オペラ歌手とかになるじゃんきっと
あ
今のポップミュージックじゃなくて、オペラの歌手とかの方が腹から声出るし、で日本にとってそれは演歌の歌う人なのよ。
あ、そうだね。
So this is like the Japanese opera kind of.
まあオペラと一緒にしたらちょっと怒る人も出てくるかもしれないけど、歌のうまさ的に言えばまあ祭りだってすごい本当に歌えないもんこれ。
歌い方がすごい話してる感じ、歌ってるけど話してるっていうビブラートめっちゃ合うからこう震えてる感じだけど、こう話してる落差で歌ってる雰囲気が伝わってくる。
リラックスして歌ってるってことね。
そう。
He's so good. He's so good. He's so good at singing. What is that technique he's using? How do you do that?
It's not so powerful, right? It's not
It's really subtle.
It's very subtle, yeah. It's kind of like the way you just did it, like you move your mouth, right? He's not moving his mouth. It's like it's coming
all
from
in
the
here.
throat.
Yeah, he's opening and closing with his throat only. Oh.
Yeah.
Deep breath, you know.
Yeah.
To do the kind of long.
Oh, he's so good.
A little speechless. I didn't really know what to expect, right?
Yeah.
So, my image of Enka, right? I thought it was gonna be like shamisen, bang, bang, na 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 na. と思ったね. I thought it was gonna be like that, right? But this is like a whole thing. This is like a whole production. It's like a Broadway musical bit or something like that. No, it's really cool. Really cool. Yeah, definitely not what I expected.
I think it's a really great thing that Japan knows how to really just preserve its culture. You know what I mean? Through its costumes, through its singing style, and it's like this is Nihon Nomi. And so yeah.
That's very
And
true.
like
That's very true.
they don't really like add anything to it. It's like was passed down from generation to generation, and this is what entertainment was back in the day, and we are here to bring it back to you. And it's such an amazing kind of thing,
Very true.
you know,
Very good
because a
point.
lot of people lose that along the way, but then this does such a good thing on like turning into like everybody, and this is how it was back in the day. Right?
Like you look at the imagery that they are creating with like the costume and the dance and the song, right? And it's everything's like just screams Japan.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
すごくすげえなマジで。悔しい悔しいっていうか本当に分からんわ。どうやって歌ってるの？
He's like half talking and then half singing at the same time.
Right. It's telling a story at the same time as singing.
宝できないわ。
Right, because that sounded like you were singing. You were singing voice.
Yeah.
Like he was almost like talking, like shouting, exclaiming. Like, I'm not gonna do it, but like Takarama no, right? I don't know. Like it was a mix of like he was like
It's a
exclaiming.
mix of storytelling and singing at the same time.
Yeah.
There is electric guitar, right?
There is an electric guitar, yeah.
ギターだねこれ。
Right, it is.
Yeah, listen to that solo.
That's definitely guitar. Oh my god. Oh, they just joined in. I want it to be played all Matsuris.
Oh, you hear that?
Oh.
That rasp in his voice. That was
Let's
so
go.
sick. Yeah.
Oh.
すごいね。あ、ダメだ。
Yeah, all right.
みんな演歌なのね。
Yeah! 日本の祭りだよ! I want to be in like a yukata now and just like order
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
takoyaki and yakisoba.
花火
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm playing Super Bowl now.
素晴らしい、ほんまに。
It's really cool. I don't know. Like when listening to that song, it kind of brings you into a kind of matsuri kind of mode, right? And you feel like I don't know all of like this culture just preserved in this way. I think I've been saying that a lot throughout this video, where it's like they still care about the culture, so it's still going to be passed on, or as earlier was said, from generation to generation, right?
I think the thing that you said earlier, Byron, about like how Japan does a really good job of like preserving these cultural artifacts, including enka, right?
演歌は1960年にすごい人気となったジャンルみたいな。もう元からあったけどね。
But even though it's like 1960s is still like a pretty modern
Yeah.
time.
I would say that
For
it's still
Japan.
pretty modern.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely it was post-war. That's like it's like the new era of Japan, right? But it still sounds so old. Like if you would have told me that this is from like 500 years ago, I'd be like, oh hell yeah, I can believe
Right.
that.
I think it's because of the electric guitar that was added to it. That made it
I think compared to I'm Romania and Malaysia, both seem in my mind very very old countries, right?
Exactly.
But you know us from the new world,
Yes.
right? Doesn't mean better by any means, but
Right.
it seems to me that Canada has a bit of a existential problem in that it's slowly, you know, pulling away from any sort of cultural artifact that it had or that's established hundreds of years, well, the 150 years ago it's been a country, right? It seems that for whatever reason I don't really know, but maybe because it's like this colonial attitude that Canada has compared to say Japan that's been an independent country for thousands of years, and the United States too that's been independent for however many hundreds of years, right? But Canada is like this kind of in-between country where it's never fully been independent, it's never fully been integrated into any sort of greater empire by any means, so it has a very lack of identity. And
Exactly.
so in that way, it's very hard for me to be like, what's a Canadian thing? Oh, this, you know. Whereas opposed to enka, it seems like it's so symbolic of many Japanese things, right? You know, talk about matsuri and like wearing the costumes and you know the way they're dancing and the way they're singing. It just sounds very very traditional. It sounds very ancient. But in Canada, there's so many loose things that are kind of Canadian, but you can also say, well, they're American as well. But they're also British, right? There's nothing about Canada that makes it specifically distinct. Yeah.
Exactly. There's no like certain like art forms that stand out in those kinds of like Western worlds. Like, of course, we have themes like, let's say, okay, Americans get together for the NBA, or they get together for like the NFL, or they get together for Thanksgiving. But we don't have anything to like as an art piece to show to the world.
Yeah.
You know, I think more people from the Western world are trying to preserve their own culture because it's prescribed with like many different identities that it kind of just loses its focus overall.
Sure.
And we try to just stick to our own ethnicity. And then Japan does a good job at doing that.
Yeah.
ブルーノ・マーズ1980年代くらいの曲をもう一回リバイバルしたじゃん。
You're right.
ですごい人気になったでしょ。歌のスキル的に言えば演歌が日本の音楽の中で一番上手だと思う。だからリバイバルして演歌 J-POP みたいなのできないかなってちょっと思ってる。
やってみないとわからない。
僕がそんな歌唱力がないんだよ。はい、ということで今日は北島三郎さんの祭り聞いてみました。どうだった？
祭り行きたい。
祭り行きたくなる。
I would love to listen to this live as like I go to an actual matsuri.
Yeah. So when I was in university, right, there was like a club fair. There's a club fair, right? And there's like a Japanese club, and I'm like, what do they have?
No way. What they
Right,
have?
anyway, so, and then I go to this club, I'm like, what do you have, bro? And they're like, we're basically an anime club. I'm like,
Oh my god.
There's so much more.
Yeah, exactly. That really just makes me mad because, like, look, I understand that anime and like manga and all that stuff is like the easiest thing to grasp to when it comes to Japanese things, right? But it goes so much deeper than that.
Yes,
right?
It does.
Right.
You know, I made fun of the guy who was like, I love Enka, but like, you know, when you hear something like this feels like culturally distinct in Japanese.
Correct.
Whereas like anime and manga just seems kind of like degenerate a little bit.
It's not limited to just those two things,
right?
right?
Yeah.
You can't limit it to that.
Yeah. If that's your gateway to Japan, great, that's fine.
Right.
But don't let that dictate how you experience Japan.
Exactly.
I feel like anime is a good gateway though, because there are.
you.
No. Let me finish what I want to say. Fine. There are anime who their main subject is some Japanese stuff, right? For example, you get anime about rakugo or like anime about karta, and people would get into those stuff through anime. So the thing about it is like, yeah, don't stop to just anime, like go beyond or like go deeper into the subjects that you find in anime. And you'll discover even more culturally enriched things.
それでは次の動画でまたお会いしましょう。バイバイ。
バイバイ。
チャンネル
と
6
お願い。
します。